Defoe, Robinson Crusoe, Part 46. Her skin pretty soft, but her flesh good for nothing. Every creature that I killed, I took off the skins and preserved them. Coming back by the seashore, I saw many sorts of sea fowls, which I did not understand, but was surprised and almost frightened with 2 or 3 seals, which, while I was gazing at, not well knowing what they were, got into the sea and escaped me for that time. November 6. After my morning walk, I went to work with my table again and finished it, though not to my liking, nor was it long before I learned to mend it. November 7. Now it began to be settled fair weather. The 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and part of the 12th, for the 11th was Sunday, I took Holly up to make me a chair, and with much ado brought it to a tolerable shape, but never to please me, and even in the making I pulled it in pieces several times. Note: I soon neglected my keeping Sundays, for omitting my mark for them on my post. I forgot which was which. November 13. This day it rained, which refreshed me exceedingly and cooled the earth, but it was accompanied with terrible thunder and lightning, which frightened me dreadfully for fear of my powder. As soon as it was over, I resolved to separate my stock of powder into as many little parcels as possible, that it might not be in danger. November 14, 15, 16. These 3 days I spent in making little square chests or boxes, which might hold about a pound or 2 pounds at most of powder, and so, putting the powder in, I stowed it in places as secure and remote from one another as possible. On one of these 3 days I killed a large bird that was good to eat, but I knew not what to call it. November 17th. This day I began to dig behind my tent into the rock to make room for my further conveyancy. Note: 3 things I wanted exceedingly for this work, viz. A pickaxe, a shovel, a wheelbarrow or basket, so I desisted from my work and began to consider how to supply that want and make me some tools. As for the pickaxe, I made use of the iron claws, which were proper enough, though heavy, but the next thing was a shovel or spade. This was so absolutely necessary that indeed I could do nothing effectually without it. But what kind of one to make I knew not. November 18. The next day, in searching the woods, I found a tree or of that wood, or like it, which in the Brazils they can the iron tree for its exceeding hardness. Of this, with great labor and almost spoiling my axe, I cut a piece and brought it home, too, with difficulty enough, for it was exceeding heavy. The excessive hardness of the wood and my having no other way made me a long while upon this machine, for I worked it effectually by little and little into the form of a shovel or spade, the handle exactly shaped like ours in England, only that the board part having no iron shot upon it at bottom. It would not last me so long, however, it served well enough for the uses which I had occasion to put it to. But never was a shovel, I believe, made after that fashion or so long in making. I was still deficient, for I wanted a basket or a wheelbarrow. A basket I could not make by any means, having no such things as twigs that would blend to make wickerware.